sweet.
This is Source Wave Radio by Akira The Don.
MEANINGWAVE, helping you achieve your potential in this lifetime. Life is as kind as you let it be.
You're listening to Akira The Don, artist, DJ, wavelord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe.
Yeah, that's true. I heard that somewhere. Word around town. Word around town, you're locked into the Meaningstream. Source Wave Radio. Meaningwave TV. Let's go. Carpe that Diem. Diem. Como estás, Akira? Estoy bien. Whoa, mama, what's cracking? Hace pinche calor. Hace pinche calor. Creo que estoy rojo. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué estoy rojo? What is going on? How you doing? Make some noise for yourself, you cutie. Yeet that like. Bonk it with a bonker. What you call them things? Hammer? Frying pan? Once again, I begin the show somewhat delirious and not fully cognizant after a ridiculous CrossFit thing. You'll have to forgive me while you witness me regain my senses over the course of the show. Subject chat says, why is Mama Don red? Mama Don? No, I am red. I didn't say me esposita as the rojos. Then I said, estoy. I am red. I don't know why I'm red either. The camera sometimes just is weird and then it stops being weird after a bit. It's like me. The camera starts off being a bit weird, then sorts itself out over the course of the show. For example, this is all good, isn't it? Let's check the cameras. Yay, camera, you're working. Sexy time. How about ceiling camera? Shall we put a bet on? What are the bets on ceiling camera working? Sanchez says, I know habla Spanglish. Yo hablo mucho Spanglish. No mucho español. Estoy aprendiendo poquito más todos los días. We're going to make bets on the ceiling. Put your bets on whether the ceiling camera is going to work today. What are you saying? Ceiling camera, yay or nay? Dirk from Texas says no VAR. Amanda Dances loves Spanglish with meatballs. Cedric Chez saying 50-50 on ceiling camera. Yeah, well, we'll see. Casey 3-1. Jackie says yes. Captain Virgil, see. Casey, nay. Place your bets, ceiling cam. Estás bien pinche rojo, Don, sí. This camera, actually, I'm not pinche rojo. I'm pinche regular. I'm Cheeto. Alright, ceiling camera, let's check. Go. Hey, ceiling camera's blocked. Ceiling cam no bien. No funciona. ¿Por qué no funciona todos los pinche días? I have to get the ladder out now. Are you kidding me? I have to go get the ladder. You have to watch me climb up a ladder. It's everyone's favorite part of the Meaningstream. Akira The Don up the ladder. It's like a 60s British sitcom. All right, let's go. Not that dear.
Therefore, take no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. I spent a long time trying to figure out what that meant too, because it's another one of those lines that can easily be read as pro-grasshopper and anti-ant. Remember the old fable of the grasshopper and the ant? Maybe not. I'm not going to tell it. But the ant works. The grasshopper fiddles. The ant has a pretty good time in the winter and the grasshopper dies. And so this is like a pro-grasshopper line. But it's not. It says something else. It says that if you orient yourself properly and then pay attention to what you do every day, that works. That works. That works.
That's the struggle.
And you can live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name. That makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name. That makes every moment supercharged with meaning. The world shifts itself around your aim. You're a creature that has a name.
Yes, you are.
You have to have a name in order to do something. You're an aiming creature. You look at a point and you move towards it. It's built right into you. And so you have an aim. Well, let's say your aim is the highest possible aim. That sets up the world around you. It organizes all of your perception, what you see and you don't see, your emotions and your motivation. So you organize yourself around that aim, and then what happens? The day manifests itself as a set of challenges and problems, and if you solve them properly, you stay on the pathway towards that aim. And you can concentrate on the day.
Right?
And so that way, you get to have your cake and eat it too.
No way.
Because you can point into the distance, the far distance. Point into the distance, the far distance.
And then what?
And you can live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name. That makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name. That makes every moment supercharged with meaning. If everything that you're doing is related to the highest possible aim that you can conceptualize, well, that's the very definition of the meaning that would sustain you in your life. Well, and then the issue is back to Noah.
That's Noah.
Well, all hell's about to break loose and chaos is coming. It's like when that's happening in your life, you might want to be doing something that you regard as truly worthwhile. Because that's what will keep you afloat when everything is flooded. And you don't want to wait until the flood comes to start doing that.
Yeah.
Because if your ark's half built and you don't know how to captain it, the probability is very high that you'll drown.
Oof.
And you can
Live in the day.
You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name. That makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name. That makes every moment supercharged with meaning.
Here we go. Now we're kicking the fire, baby. Boom, boom. Yeah. Live in the day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, guess what happened yesterday? We didn't have an international high five. I knew something was off. It struck me this morning like a punch in the face from a big anime fellow. Made of rock and bits of metal. You know them guys. It was like one of them. It was like a punch from my lord. I said, oh, good lord, good gosh, good golly, good blimey. I didn't do the international high five yesterday. That is remiss. That's remiss of me. C.H. says, time for the evening workout with your Carpe and fucking Diem. Brothers and sisters. Well, yeah, exactly. Anyway, so let's do an international high five. Let me know where you are and what's cracking. Where are you? What's cracking? And we can do an international high five, and then we can do another one later to make up for the one we missed yesterday. How about that? Would that be acceptable to you all? Live in the day. Boom, boom. DM, carve that DM. GM, carve that DM. No more estás, Akira. Estoy bien. Estoy bien. Estoy bien. nice, isn't it? It's a nice soothing pad. It's a pad, they call that sound. It's called a pad. Jonathan Randall, South Florida. What's up, peeps? Sodetech in the basement. Squats. Diminished 7th. I owe you 1 Coke at the next live show. Here is a beer for now. Ha ha ha. We don't have a soda remote. What makes you think I want a Coke? I would quite like a Coke. But I don't drink soda in the week. I am so disciplined. Electrolito. Bad Booty 93, NSW Australia, chilling with Miguel on our day off. Shouts out to you. Gartham at work pushing buttons. Shouts out to you. Aim dances. I did the local living room high five last night in lieu of the international version. Did you do it? Proud of you. You gotta let me know. You gotta say, Akira The Don, we didn't do the international high five if we don't do the international high five. You have to let me know. Sometimes I need assistance. Assistance and assistants. JT the Lionheart, love from New Jersey, working on new process for work and here with you all. Love you, MAD. Love you. Down from Texas, just chilling. Casey, Alberta, making snowman. What? Is that a euphemism? What is going on? Are you a dealer of cocaine? Bad Buddha 93, nuke. Jesse Rovig, I'm about to redo CrossFit Open WOD 24.1. Wish me luck. What is that? Yeah, everyone's CrossFit opening right now. Oh my goodness. One of my homies, CrossFit, was doing that this weekend. He said it was very difficult. I just go at my class. I'm thinking about doing that sort of thing. Though, today was ridiculous. Like, just the class today. Homie who was doing the thing, she goes, yeah, she pointed out that today was basically 4 WODs. She thought it was a piss take. She was actually angry. I just enjoy the whole thing, you know. I just think it's funny. Like, when it's really stupidly stupid, I find that funny. And I lie on the floor afterwards in a pool of sweat, just laughing my ass off, you know. But today, yeah, there was no warm up. You're supposed to have a warm-up and then a thing and then another thing, then a WOD. It was not. It was just 4 WODs. And I say just. Point the word just. There's no just in there. There's no just and no justice. We had 4 WODs and we got after it. It was good. I enjoyed it. Hercules came over and said, have you ever seen anyone pick one of these up, pointing at a dumbbell? Which I then picked up. I was picking it up. Do. Get after it. Bad Buddha, what's up? JC the Lionheart, love from New Jersey, working on new process for work. And here with you all, I do love a new process. Who doesn't? Doe from Texas is chilling. Casey in Alberta is making snowmen. I read that. Now I understand. Fuzzy3202, moved to Ohio, new job, same fuzz. Are you a policeman? DL says, get on that low fighter. Quite. Shaky Pavel, California, drinking grape juice. Nice. Dewey Evans is doing something. Let me pull it up on the screen over there so it looks like I'm looking directly into your soul. Does it look, when I'm reading the chat from here, does it look like I'm looking into your very soul? If I put it on that camera, oh, that's that camera there, so that wouldn't work. Captain Virgil. Cincinnati, hanging out. Shouts out to you. Dewey, East Coast of Canada, might have to do some push-ups after hearing MAZ talking about working out. It might be one of those days where everyone does push-ups. I was doing burpees by the pool earlier. You know, this was before I went to CrossFit. This is because, like, if it gets to the point in the day and you're running out of energy, but it's too late to be drinking coffee, technically, and that might fuck up your night. One thing you can do is burpees. It totally works. It seems weird, but it works. I got this off Jocko. I keep forgetting it, and then I remember and I do it, and it totally works. You do it, but you just bang out some burpees, maybe just like 10 or something, and you get this extra energy from somewhere. God knows where. Goggins knows where. God knows where. Goggins knows where. God knows too. Obviously, God put it there. Kilo Alpha Tango here in Michigan. Lots of love from the glove. Captain Virgil, bankers equals wankers. Put your fingers in the corners of your mouth and say bankers. That's how it works. This was one of the songs I played to Jimmy Iovine, and he was like, yeah, get him in with Will.i.am. It's quite funny. Quite funny in retrospect. Free Consciousness is in Vegas, just got home. Amanda Dances is in Kansas City with what he had said was being effing awesome and carping the F out of the Diem, you cuties. DL says, we miss you at Drippings Home Depot. Oh, lovely Dripping Springs Home Depot. Hercules and I were talking about that last night. It was like, remember when we used to go to Home Depot all the time, Dad? Why were you going to Home Depot all the time? I was building a studio, wasn't I? Remember, he was like, oh yeah, that you got to use for 10 months. Yeah, I did. I loved my time in Dripping Springs. I loved my time in the Home Depot. I loved my time in my garage, listening to the Traveling Wilburys and building things. You know, it was great. Nice way to spend a small amount of one's life. Tyler Durden's finishing welding at work, Orange County, CA, and Rubik's Spot is in Chicago. And see, there's someone. Who are all these people? It's you. Liz Bacy's in New Jersey, painting walls to this wonderful stream. Delightful. Tyler Durden set a new personal record for squats on a balance board. You kidding me? What is with that? I'm seeing this right on my Instagram feed. My Instagram feed from like people I follow and stuff, right? Like it's just purely people doing stupid ass workouts. It's always like 16-year-old who's just deadlifted 1,000 pounds or something. With someone cleaning and jerking 500 pounds or something mental. And then I'm seeing all this stuff now. People like doing deadlifts on skateboards or like on like wobble boards and this sort of thing. It's ridiculous. I don't know what is wrong with everyone. I sent it to my homie who's a professional crossfitting type person, and he just replies and he goes, what did he say? It's steroids. Shall we do some? No. Tempt me not. With your Captain America drugs. I'm going to stay natty. I was talking to my son about this. He's like, so is that what? He's like, well, why don't you do steroids? I said, because it makes your balls shrink, son. Nothing in this life is free. Everything has a consequence, right? That's how it works. So if you take a drug that helps you get mad stronger faster, God will take something from you. He'll give you crazy acne, and he'll make your dick like sprout wings and fly away. Or at least your balls will shrink into tiny little sort of pea, like an English pea. That's what will happen. I was like, do you think that's worth it? He goes, no. I was like, no, yeah, I just have to work a bit harder and for longer. But I shall retain my nuts. They will not sprout wings and fly away, and it'll be fine, you know. Anyway, you know, I got records to post on IG. I don't need to post videos of me doing deadlifts on what were those bouncy things they used to have in the 80s? It was like an orange thing with a face and ears. What was that guy? Anyway. Tyler Durden set a new personal record for squats, and that's what made me go down that road on a balance board like a G. Make some noise for Tyler Durden. Christopher Vardy's in the house. What up? Rick Adelcy's in Manchester, United Kingdom. Shouts out to Manchester. So much to answer for. What he said was, try some herb. I heard herb is always the answer, and then some coffee. Which herb are you talking about? There are so many. So many herbs. CH is in Puerto Rico, about to do 3 sets of wide grip and L-sit Olympic ring pull-ups with a 20-pound vest at 195 pounds. Fuck. Oh, a chingada madre. Wish me luck. You don't need luck. You got this. Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. You're certainly prepared, and this is your opportunity. Shaky did 10 push-ups, well, just then, while we was international high-fiving. She. All right, you bad mama jammas, you. Two, one. Alzo cinco. That was a nice one. Seize the Space Hopper was the orange thing from the 70s, 80s. Thank you, Kochi.
And I'm gonna say the exact opposite of what today's world is saying.
What's that?
So we read a bunch of books nowadays. As humans, we want to find out how to be someone else.
Who's that?
We don't do it. We don't go inside. So literally turn yourself inside out. Like we're writing a book every day of our lives, but we never read that book. You have to look inside of yourself to see what you really want. What are you passionate about? We use these words and these little phrases of only the strong survive and all this other crap. They're all just fucking words. I get so tired of hearing people just talking. Like right now, someone may think Goggins is just talking. You don't know me. So when I speak from passion. I speak from experience. I speak from suffering. I speak from suffering.
The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey
is you have got to suffer. To grow. To grow, you must suffer. I speak from suffering. Some people will get it, and some people won't. But they have to see what their journey is to start their journey. Several people live to be 100 years old. They have great lives. They have great kids. The kids go to college, all sorts of stuff. But somewhere in their life, there was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. They can go left or right on this path. Left was the easy route. A lot of people take the easy route. And they had a good life that way, but the better life was going to. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it, but a lot of us die never truly starting our journey. You gotta start your journey. It may suck, but it will come out the other side where you're coasting. I speak from suffering. I speak from suffering. The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer. To grow. To grow, you must suffer. I speak from suffering. Suffering.
You gotta suffer to grow, VJDII.
The only way you're
One of the most profound things to be said, so true.
other side
It's very simple and so true and so profound, right?
have got to.
Like hypertrophy training, if you want your muscles to grow, you gotta break them and make them cry.
To grow, you must.
Everything works that way, isn't that crazy? Carpe the Diem says, where's the second? Jonathan Randall says, how'd you get all the funky emojis?
I speak from suffering.
You joined the channel. Now, where's Jason Eva?
Ever
Jason Eva can tell you how to do that.
side
Yeah, you join the channel, you become a member of the channel,
got
and you have access to all the cool emojis. And you also get to download the Yeeted streams and download the mixtapes for free and things like that.
must suffer.
Green Gang, make some noise.
Every day
Jason Eva in here?
we are as people. When I was growing up, I lied for people to accept me because I didn't accept myself. So I would make up stories so that you would accept me into your world. Everything I did was for someone else to like me. It wasn't until I started reading my own book how pathetic I was as a human being. I could blame my dad, I could blame kids at school, I could blame having health issues, ADD with my mom not being around. Great mom, but she was doing her thing. I could blame a lot of people. And that's the book I was reading. And I put it off on everybody else. It wasn't until I said, you know what? For me to fix this, I gotta read what the fuck is wrong with David Goggins. And I blame anybody. Read my book, it's okay. I'm afraid of my shadow. speak from
from
suffering.
suffering.
I speak from suffering. The only way you're ever going to the other side of this journey is you have got to
suffer.
To grow. To grow, you must suffer.
I speak from suffering.
From suffering.
Yeah, make some noise for David Goggins.
From suffering.
Speaks from suffering.
The only way you're ever going
Rubik's Spot ES says, how do I become a channel member? I can't find a button.
have got to suffer.
Jason Eva, can you post the link to how the page where people join the channel?
Grow, you must suffer.
Or Rubik's Spot ES, and can you create a Nightbot command that goes !join and then just post a text that says click this link to join the channel and then have the link. Click here to join the channel and then have the link, because YouTube doesn't make it as obvious as they could. I couldn't find it myself. I was looking at one point. I was like, I have no idea what this is. Oh look, Laura Pipp's in the house, came in clutch and gave away a membership.
The only way you're
Grant Delay got it.
to get to the other side
Yeah, cutie Laura Pipp.
is you have got to suffer.
Congratulations, Grant Delay.
To grow.
Mason says, break brains so it becomes stronger. Exactly.
I speak from suffering. Suffering.
Wow, that was quick.
Ever going to get to the other side of this journey?
Become a channel member and get fly emojis and downloads of all the mixes. That happened very fast. The power of Jason Eva.
I speak from suffering. Suffering. I speak from suffering. The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer. To grow. To grow, you must suffer. I speak from suffering. Suffering. I speak from suffering. The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer. To grow. To grow, you must suffer. I speak from suffering.
In comparing sins, the way that people do, Theophrastus says those done out of desire are worse than those done out of anger.
Which is good philosophy.
The angry man seems to turn his back on reason out of a kind of pain and in a convulsion. But the man motivated by desire, who is mastered by pleasure, seems somehow more self-indulgent, less manly in his sins. Theophrastus is right and philosophically sound to say the sin committed out of pleasure deserves a harsher rebuke than the one committed out of pain. The angry man is more like a victim of wrongdoing, provoked by pain to anger. The other man rushes into wrongdoing on his own, moved to action by desire. You could leave life right now, but I determine what you do and say and think. You could leave life right now. You could leave a life right now. You could leave a life right now, but I determine what you do and say and think. You could leave a life right now. You could leave a life right now. If the gods exist, and to abandon human beings is not frightening, the gods would never subject you to harm. And if they don't exist, or don't care what happens to us, what would be the point of living in a world
without gods or providence?
But they do exist. They do care what happens to us. And everything a person needs to avoid real harm, they have placed within him. If there were anything harmful on the other side of death, they would have made sure that the ability to avoid it was within you. If it doesn't harm your character,
How can it harm your life?
now nature would not overlook such dangers through failing to recognize, all because it's taught them but was powerless to prevent or correct them. To prevent or correct them. Nor would it ever, through inability or incompetence, make such a mistake as to let good and bad things happen indiscriminately to good and bad alike. Good and bad alike, good and bad alike. But death and life, success and failure, pain and pleasure, wealth and poverty, all these happen to good and bad alike. Good and bad alike, good and bad alike, good and bad alike. But death and life, success and failure, pain and pleasure, all these happen to good and bad alike. And they ain't even noble nor shameful, and hence they're neither good nor bad. You could leave life right now. Let her determine what you do and say and think. You could leave life right now. You could leave life right now. You could leave life right now. Let her determine what you do and say and think. You could leave life right now. You could leave life right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Aye. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Aye. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. Wow. You know, I feel like Venom. Thank you. Thank you, Marcus. You may come back in a little bit. Maybe you can come back later. Look at him. Look at the fragment. Fragment of glory. Fragment of glory and wonder. Make some noise to Marcus Aurelius. You could leave right now. You could leave life right now. Carpe that Diem. Carpe. Yeah. Carpe that Diem, baby. Bienvenidos. Welcome to the channel. Rubik's Spot EX found the way to join the channel. You can now spam Marcus Aurelius emojis like a champion. Hurrah! This is the way. The way of meaning. Jonathan Rendell says only 13 like show. Excuse me? Squeeze me baking powder. That cannot be true. I'm going to check that for myself. If that's the case, I'm stopping this stream right now. It's not the case. There's 46. That's still not enough. There's more of you watching than that. That means you haven't all hit the like. How could you? How could you betray? How could you betray yourself in that manner? Punch that like in the face. You have but one life. You leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. You should be punching likes. Come on. Laura Pip says, thank you, Jason. Where do you choose who gets the donation, though? I hope you're doing well. I don't think you can choose. I think it's fate. Fate is what does it. Green Gang, make some noise. What he had says about okay. Electrolito says Amanda, yes. Theophrastus is right and philosophically sound, says Christopher Bartley, completely correctly. Tyler Durden says I was repeating if today. I might play that later. That's a pretty Carpe Diem kind of a song, isn't it? CH says first set was done with Goggins, a full blast. Thanks for the motivation, Akira, you bad man. Jonathan Randall says I listened to Good about 8 times today. That's another Carpe Diem song. Much Meaningwave is pretty Carpe Diem-y, really, isn't it? Righteousness. Break brain so it becomes stronger, said Mason. I read that already and it was true at the time. And it remains true now. We put out, we unleashed the lyric video for Better Than Justice today on the YouTube channel and everybody rejoiced. When I say everybody, I mean everybody who saw who got the notification from YouTube. And people were very, very happy. I read some lovely messages. Shouts out to you all. And yes, indeed, in case you didn't know, Meditations Volume 2 is imminent. It's coming out on April the 19th.
The first single, Better Than Justice, will be released on all digital platforms on March 29th, but is now available to listen to on demand via the Indiegogo and via the YouTube now. How about that? It's a beautiful lyric video we have. And I sent my dad the album, by the way. My dad's heard the album. And I didn't hear anything from a few days. Then he sent me a cryptic message pointing out that he'd recognized something that I'd sort of referenced / sampled on a track. I don't remember. I was saying I was kind of interested to hear his take on track 4. He just made it known that he recognized. And then he sent me another message demanding the lyrics. So, okay, so he's obviously taking this seriously. But I'm not sure now because my dad speaks Latin, you know. And I'm wondering if he's going to like check my translation. If that's what he's up to. Or if he's just trying to work out what I'm saying in the fast bits. I do say a lot of things, you know. A lot of things get said. Anyway, if we doobity-bub, what am I talking about? Yeah, look, we got a campaign. Have you checked out the campaign yet? I'm very excited about this campaign. We're doing a crowdfunding campaign to get funds to embiggen the release of Meditations Volume 2, to do things we've never done before or been able to do before, like promo and music videos with drone shots, shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing. Let's see where we're at on the campaign. Our initial goal is 8K, and that will pay for the manufacture of the products and the basics. And after that, we can do stretch goal stuff, and that will be fun and exciting. Look, we're 46 of the way there. We've got 32 backers. 32 of you are epic, and we love you. Shout out to you. This is very exciting, right? Because when we get into stretch goal territory, what we want to do, well, I'm gonna fly to the USA, right? To sign the CDs. That's one thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to sign the CDs with my own hand, right? Which we've not been able to do since we got banned from the USA for not being vaccinated back in 2021. And so we're going to fly there. Well, I'm going to fly there and sign the CDs. I'm also going to go and appear on some podcasts and TV shows that I've been invited on. That's also the aim of fundraising, so that we can do that. So I can go and, you know, travel and stay in places, sleep in a bed type thing, and accept some of these invitations to go on these podcasts and these TV shows that have been coming in. And more just over the past couple of days as we've been just talking about this. It's amazing how that happens, isn't it? You know. And then the other thing we want to do is like a meetup and maybe a live show. Imagine that. Dare we dream? Could we actually do a live show? Could we actually have a MEANINGWAVE meetup and all hang out like cool Fonzies and have a show and wear Marcus Aurelius masks and jump up and down? It'd be great. Ashley Mort says, can you sign my vaccination card? Of course. I'd be honored. Tyler Durden says 15 days to my birthday. Oh, that's nice. Feliz cumpleaños. VJDII says Florida. Nice. Tampa area. Beeblebrox82 says I got the notification and I loved listening to the song today. Wonderful. Thank you. I love it too. JT the Lion says I like to watch lyric videos with my wife. It makes the songs easier to share with her. Well, maybe I will do more lyric videos. Yeah, there is a little lyric video for that. And it's a nice lyric video too. I put a lot of time and love into that lyric video, making gradients and things move around on the words. It's important to make it beautiful. Make it beautiful. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we're up to. We're doing a crowdfunding campaign for Meditations Volume 2. We want to make it our biggest release yet and actually bring it to people that would love it, which is most people, I think. I think most people would benefit from Meaningwave, and somehow most people don't know Meaningwave exists. You do. You do, because you are smart and cutting edge. You know, you're mavens. I think it was Malcolm Gladwell who wrote that book and described sort of the way ideas move around. This is before the sort of the meme memetics. But mavens are people who are there like on the edge and they spot trends early and cool stuff early, you see? That's you lot, you're mavens. Alright, so anyway, that's what we want to do. We want to get Captain Jack out here to make some amazing videos. he has some great ideas for videos, so we can then and then market those videos to people using the power of contemporary marketing, targeting. We want to use it for good. You ever do that thing where people are trying to sell you like weird stuff, like butthole bleaching kits and shit that I don't need or want that. I do need and want MEANINGWAVE. I do need and want that. I want to use those powers for good. You see? So anyway, so you can do that. And one thing we're doing and making available is the amazing mask that I'm wearing on the cover of the record. The amazing cover of the record. I'm wearing the amazing mask, you see. And you can get that mask as part of this campaign. It's an exact replica of my mask made by the people who made my mask, you see. And it's a beautiful, amazing mask. Where's the thing about the mask? Mask. There you go. Akira's Marcus Aurelius mask, based on the classic bronze fragment currently on display at the Louvre in Paris. The art concept for this record started as an idea in Akira's mind a long time ago, years ago actually, 5 years ago actually. Working with our 3D printing partners through a process of trial and error, the final mask came out exactly as Akira had hoped. Epic. It did. You can own an exact replica of Akira's amazing Marcus Aurelius mask as worn in the artwork for the album, singles, and soon-to-be videos. Each mask is 3D printed from environmentally friendly and sustainable PLA plastic. It then undergoes an extensive sanding to achieve a smooth surface before the painting. It's then meticulously hand-painted by a professional artist, so you can have one of those. We also have CDs and downloads, and what else do we have? Vinyl of Meditations 1, stickers and things. And also, if you don't want anything but you want to contribute, then you could be a supporter and get your name in the credits and the videos. You could also be a producer and get a producer credit, and then you could go on IMDb and register as a producer, or you could be a benefactor if you so wished. So yeah, go check out that campaign and maybe consider supporting it. Maybe consider helping MEANINGWAVE to exist. That would be very Cheeto of you. And it would be wonderful, wouldn't it, if we could pass our initial goal and get into the territory of maybe doing a live show. That would be very awesome. I would love to do a live show. Would you like to come to a MEANINGWAVE meetup and go to a MEANINGWAVE live show? Let me know, chat. Oh, lots of people having birthdays right now. Shout out to all the birthday people. Harley says, because Latin is cool. Yes, it is. What he said says 171 days till my birthday, counting down the minutes. I'm so excited. That's nice, isn't it? Christopher Bartley says, Salve Akira Pater, cure Latin non locuris. I don't know what that means, so I don't speak Latin, but you do notice that Latin's got a lot in common with all the languages that we know, particularly Spanish. Probably why they call it Latin America. Matthew says, why does your dad speak Latin? It's a good question. I'm not sure. Why does he speak Latin? He learnt Latin. I think they used to teach it at school. I think when he was a little boy, they used to teach Latin in school, right? So he did some Latin at school. But then in later life, he became a historian. He worked in a bank for a bit, I think it was, when he was I think he left school when he was 16. Then he went to work in a bank, and then he got married, and then started having little kids. And then decided he was going to be a historian for some reason, and moved to Wales and got a doctorate in history, medieval history, you see. And a bunch of what he was doing, I think for his thesis, we'll have to get him on and ask him, but for his PhD, one thing he did, part of what he did was translate some old medieval era Latin texts. Yeah, so he can do that. Pretty crazy, pretty good for a working class boy from the West Midlands, you know, becoming a doctor in history and translating old Latin texts. Very cool. JC the Lionheart 100% would bring my family to a live show. Yes to live shows, says Jonathan Randall. VJ DI says yes, live show in Florida. Tyler Durden says yes, live MAZ. Amazing Random Product says, do it in Phoenix. Buddha says, you should come to North Southwest Australia for a live show. Sodrates says, yes, back in the day. Sway says, God bless by Joe. Well, exactly. I agree with all of these factors and all of these points. I'm very excited for the potentiality of what this all brings. So anyway, head on over, check out the campaign, and maybe consider getting yourself something nice or contributing in some way, and seeing if we can make this the biggest Meaning Wave campaign ever. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you consider it anything better than justice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Link is in the description and the pinned chat. Okay,
symbolic representations through the lens of evolutionary biology, rather than assuming that representations are mere representations or play no functions. Like we have the idea that there's a deity that's father-like, so it's a disembodied spirit in some sense, that's eternal, that has eternal characteristics. It's like, okay, well, strip it of its metaphysics, strip it of its metaphysics, and just look at it as a biological phenomena. It's like, well, what might the idea that there's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. What might that be a reflection of? Well, it's like, well, there's imitating your father, but your father imitated his father, and his father, and his father, and his father imitated his father. So in some sense, what your father actually imitated was the pattern of fathers across time. And you can think of the transcendent father as the pattern of fathers across time. When a child imitates his father in pretend play, when I'm pretending to be my father, I'm observing my father across multiple situations, and then I'm abstracting out the commonalities in behavior and attitude across those situations that make and then I incorporate that and dramatize it in my pretend play. It's unbelievably sophisticated. And so it's what the child is doing in pretend play is coming to embody the disembodied spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. And so you think, well, that is a disembodied spirit. It's a disembodied spirit that's incarnated in the collective of fathers across time.
Collective of fathers across time.
And what is that? Well, it's a judge, that's for sure. It's a judge. Even when you interact with the hierarchy of men who are currently alive, something can be abstracted out of that. It's like the patriarchal spirit. And if you don't think that's judging you, you are not thinking. It's absolutely judging you. That's what rank orders do in hierarchy. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father. There's an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the Father.
That's
an eternal spirit of the Father, spirit of the
Father. Shouts out to the fathers, baby. Shouts out to my pops. He's a good lad. He's a good man. Shouts out to your pups. Shouts out to all the pupses in the buildings. Todos los padres. Harley says, meet up live show, hell yeah! Lisbeth C says, Maz USA, yeah! Tyler Durden says, live show, yeah! Shaky Power says, hype for the live! Rosie says, damn you, Tom Hanks. Jonathan says, I escaped to USA from Canada in 21 for the same reason. Ashley Moore, I read that, what I read. Yeah, people hyped about the idea of a live thing. Well, the live thing, yeah. That's what we're aiming at, but we do require your assistance in that, so it would be lovely if you could go check out the campaign and maybe consider donating. It would be nice if we could get past 4 today. That would be nice. And then the tricky thing, it'll be, you know, how does one decide a set list when one has so many songs to draw from? Oh my goodness. That's not the trickiest thing. Then you have to find venues and stuff like that. But anyway, either way, it's an exciting thing to have as a thing that we're going to do, right? That we're aiming at. It's an exciting thing as an aim. Aim. You gotta have an aim. You gotta have an aim. Let's see. JBP's goes hard, says what he said was. Elite Llama says the obstacle becomes the way. Christopher Bartley says, yeah, my dad learned Latin in high school.
Think I've ever known.
Now they teach remedial English at university. Do they even teach things at university now, aside from how to hate your society and parents? How to be a vindictive, bitter, vengeful twat.com. Hello, James McGraw, you cutie. Thank you for the support. Seneca album, when? Waves from a Stoic. Well, you already know. We have one Seneca song already, and you already know that it's actually, obviously, the first track of an album. Right? I think it is. Was it? I'm trying to remember now if that's how I arranged it. But certainly there is that as a name. Of course there is that as a name. Of course there is. Epictetus as well, you know? Epictetus as well. Muy importante. The lads have all got to get their shine. Oops, come back. The lads have all got to get their shine, but first Marcus has got to get his. Of course, him being the MEANINGWAVE Stoic OG. Yeah, Waves from a Stoic, of course. That's a dope name. Shaky says, my dad. Woo! Lady Lord, don't think he liked that much though. I'd answer the phone and waste invoices lot. Brian Thomas, here comes a banger, always. Take me to the bunny ranch, of course. Laura says, shouts out to Herc's father. Herc father. Herc didn't want to come to the gym today. Then he did. He didn't want to go yesterday either, then he did. I actually said yesterday, I was like, look, I'm going. I can't wait for your little ass. Apparently he goes, he was like, to Mama Don. I don't want to go, but I don't want to be a loser, so I'm gonna go. So he got himself together and ran after me and chased me all the way down to the gym. I don't want to be a loser. Good attitude. Proud of him. VJDII says, Akira, I am curious to know why you went to Mexico to escape the vaccine and not Texas or Florida. We fortunately had no mandate. That's not what happened. I didn't go anywhere to escape anything. I got a new US visa, 01 Artist of Extraordinary Ability, which you have to get every 3 years and costs over $10,000. And I had a new one. And to get, what you have to do is you have to go out of the country to the nearest embassy, get it stamped, get your approved visa stamped, and then come back in. It's normally a thing that takes, a couple of days a week. But because Tom Hanks was doing all of his weird stuff, we went out, and then the queue to get an appointment was a lot longer than normal, like a couple of months. And then in that 2 months, while we were outside the USA, the Biden regime announced that non-citizens were not allowed to enter the US without being vaccinated. So we couldn't come back in. So we decided to stay in Mexico. We could have gone somewhere else, could have gone back to the UK or something, but we decided to stay in Mexico because we liked it. So that's what happened there. We weren't escaping, nothing. Like, we were just popping out to get the new visa up and carry on with business. But that's not what God had in mind, Man plans, you see. Man plans, and God goes, All right, that was God reacting to my plans. Yeah. James McGaw, member for a whole month. A whole month of James McGaw says, thank you so much for the waves and love. Well, God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. Nightbot suddenly going crazy. Shout out to Nightbot. Shout out to yourself. Make some noise for yourself. We've got a very, very powerful Carpe Diem track coming up now.
These trophies don't mean anything unless you earn them.
VJDII says, okay, that makes sense. I'm glad it makes sense to you. It didn't make that much sense to us at the time, but Yo!
Akira.
Carpe that Diem!
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. And if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by names to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken up, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. One heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on, hold on, hold on. Nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much.
None too much.
If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more. You'll be a man, my son, my son, my son.
If, written by Rudyard Kipling, spoken into being by Jocko Willink. Produced by Akira The Don, into the glory that it is. If, what does it mean? If, what does it mean? It's a double rainbow. A double rainbow. Across the sky. What does it mean? What does it mean? Double rainbow. Double rainbow. It's a double rainbow. Across the sky. Across the sky. What does it mean? What does it mean? Double rainbow. Double rainbow. Across the sky. Double rainbow. What does it mean? Double rainbow. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Double rainbow. Across the sky. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Double rainbow across the sky. What does it mean? What does it mean? Double rainbow across the sky. What does it mean? Double rainbow. What does it mean? Double rainbow. Double rainbow across the sky. What does it mean? What does it mean? Double rainbow. CH says this one helped me get through some tough times. So powerful. Yeah, it's a classic. It's a banger. It's a brilliant thing. I'm very glad it exists. Grateful to have had an opportunity to be a part in such an endeavor, you know. What is good? What does it mean, says Bleed Lemon. Epic, says Jonathan Randall. This one, Stan Tall, says Casey. Quite right too. Alec Moran says, you'll be a man, my son. That's right, brother Moran. You'll be a man. I have this poem on my wall, says VJDII. It's a good poem to have on a wall. Jonathan Randall says, track name, please. To which Jason Eva helpfully replied, If. Featuring Jocko Willink. That's right, it's called If. Imagine that. If. Whoa. If. Oh my goodness. What's that noise? Across the sky, double rainbow. Double rainbow. Across the sky. What does it mean? Seize the day. What does it mean? Seize the day. Carpe that Diem. Carpe that Diem. Carpe that Diem.
has a large proportion of my audience has been.
Whoa!
And I've spoken to them a lot about responsibility.
People are starving for the antidote. The antidote is truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility.
Yeah. Truth and responsibility. People are starving
For the antidote. And the antidote is truth and responsibility. That's the secret to meaningful life. Without the meaningful life, all you have is suffering. What's so odd about this is that of all the things that I've spoken about, because I can see the audience and I can feel how the audience is reacting, because I'm always paying attention to all of you, I get some sense of how what I'm saying is landing. What happens is if I talk about responsibilities, everyone is silent and not moving, focusing, attentive. Pick up your responsibility. Pick up the heaviest thing you can and carry it. And the room goes quiet and everybody's eyes open. And I think, what always makes me break up? I was starving for the antidote. The antidote is truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility. People are starving for the antidote. The antidote is truth and responsibility. That's the secret to meaningful life. Without the meaningful life, all you have is suffering. They're starving for the antidote.
Antidote. Yeah, let's check in on our campaign. Has there been any movement on our campaign by Joe? Have we nudged closer to crossing that 4K mark? Let us observe. We had 32 backers. 32 backers. We got 33. We got 33 backers. Oh my goodness. Yo, I think that deserves.
I don't really understand it. There's something I don't know why. I don't really understand.
That deserves a drop.
Truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility. Truth and
That deserves a really good drop as well.
Meaningwave, have you made your ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile today?
Whoa. Who was that? Shout out to that backer, you're great. We are just $153 away from crossing 4K. Whoa!
Meaningwave, have you made your ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile today?
Well, have you?
I don't know why. I don't really understand it. There's something about it that's so
Nukes in the chat for backer 33, double rainbows, and making your ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile.
There's something about that that's so pathologically wrong. People are starving for the antidote. The antidote is truth and responsibility.
Captain Virgil just contributed for the 2 signed CDs and stickers. You king!
Life, all you have is suffering.
You were number 33.
Fair and all of that.
That's an auspicious number.
Good, and it's necessary for men to stand up and take responsibility. And they all
Proud of you,
are starving.
Captain 33.
And the message is more that that's also a good thing to stand up and take responsibility, because you're cursed so much now when you're young with this notion that your active engagement with the world is part of what is destroying and undermining the planet and adding to the tyranny of the social system. It's like, how about not so much of that? It is too soul deadly. It's anti-human, right? My sense instead is that if you were able to reveal the best of yourself to you in the world, that you would be an overwhelming force for good.
Correct. Like Captain Virgil.
People are starving for the antidote.
And the antidote is
Truth and responsibility.
yeah.
Truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility. Truth and responsibility.
Truth and responsibility.
For the antidote. And the antidote is truth and responsibility. That's the secret. Life without the meaningful life, all you have is suffering.
Broadcasting live from the peak of recorded human civilization. You're listening to Akira The Don. It's a beautiful day to be alive.
human civilization. Make mine meaning wave.
$33 back, that's back, it says Shecky, that's right. Proud of yours, says Lisbeth C, that's right, what's up? Casey says, thank you for this community. Thank you for this community. That's what I say to God, you know, when I'm thanking God for my myriad blessings, which I often do. One of the things I thank God for is this delightful community, this just wonderful group of bad little mama jammers, you know, like beautiful wave riding individuals, just like dope motherfuckers, just chilling, you know what I mean? Just chilling like proverbial Fonzies. You know what I mean? Swimming in the rivers of life. Splash. It's amazing. Shouts out to you. Shalom, says Lisbeth C. Exactly. You know what I mean? Big Bad Wolf says it's Mama Wolf's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mama Wolf. Feliz cumpleaños, Mama Wolf. Shouts out to all my fellow mentats, says JT the Lionheart. Exactly. I concur. Someone was asking for something, and I couldn't pronounce their name, and now I can't find them. Where are they? It's difficult to find people sometimes. Here you go. Someone who doesn't have a name I can pronounce says, hey Don, send me positivity. Well, we'll do that now. What we'll do now is we're going to send positivity to our friend whose name I can't pronounce who wants positivity. And the way we'll do that is in our international high five. To make up for yesterday, right, we'll do it now again. And we'll just go bzzzoom, and we shall channel our energy to send it to our friend who wants positive energy. Do you see? Let's how this works. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. There. We sending it. It's being sent from everybody here to you. Rastafari! Exactly. Prolific and dangerous.
Of things I know. Things I know. It was not growing up that slowly applied the brakes to learning, but an accumulation of things I know. All else, the mentat must be a generalist, not a specialist. It is wise to have decisions of great moment monitored by generalists. Experts and specialists lead you quickly into chaos. They are a source of useless nitpicking, the ferocious quibble over a comma.
Yo, them motherfuckers the worst.
Bro. The mentat generalist, on the other hand, should bring to decision-making a healthy common sense. He must not cut himself off from the broad sweep of what is happening in his universe. He must remain capable of saying, there's no real mystery about this at the moment. This is what we want now. It may prove wrong later, but we'll correct that when we come to it.
Okay.
Thinking you knew something is a sure way to blind yourself. Thinking you knew something is a sure way to blind yourself. It was not growing up that slowly applied the brakes to learning, but an accumulation of things I know. Things I know. It was not growing up that slowly applied the brakes to learning, but an accumulation of things I know. Journalists must understand that anything which we can identify as our universe is merely part of larger phenomena. But the expert looks backward. He looks into the narrow standards of his own specialty. The generalist looks outward. He looks for living principles, knowing full well that such principles change, that they develop. It is to the characteristics of change itself that a generalist must look. There can be no permanent catalog of such change, no handbook or manual.
Aye.
You must look at it with as few preconceptions as possible, asking yourself, now what is this thing doing? Thinking you knew something is a sure way to blind yourself. Thinking you knew something is a sure way to blind yourself. It was not growing up that slowly applied the brakes to learning, but an accumulation of things I know.
Nukes in the chat, let's go! Oh, damn nukes, let's go!
It was not growing up that slowly applied the brakes to learning, but an accumulation of
Doing wavy.
I wish that science, which is supposed to explore these things, refuses to explore the fundamental question. I think,
Bananas.
as far as the question of God goes, I wish that science, which is supposed to explore these things, refuses to explore the fundamental question that is of interest not only to religious people, but intensely to atheists as well. They spend a lot of time thinking about something they don't care about, or they pretend they don't care about. But science should spend all their time. They spend time trying to find new galaxies, as if that's important. Since God's an unproven thing, just a hypothesis at this point, I think it would be good to study it. First of all, the scientific method always begins with intuition. Always. The scientific method always begins with intuition. Always. Einstein used intuition. He did not study things objectively and find things. He was struck with something and then followed that notion that he had, or whatever you call that intuition. Intuition. You can put divine words to it if you want to, but that's how important things are discovered. Intuition. Intuition. And obviously, there is an enormous intuition amongst every person that has ever lived that God exists. For instance, if you have a deep intuition that cigarettes cause cancer, which is still unproven, by the way. You don't need evidence. In a court of law, you certainly don't need evidence. You don't need a body. You don't need to find a dead body of something. You know, if all things point to something, I don't know. I have very strong belief in intuition. I have intuition. Intuition. I have intuition. Intuition. You can put divine words to it if you want to, but that's how important things are discovered. Intuition. I call it intuition. And I just find it interesting that something that everyone believes, some people pretend not to. For instance, you will never see an atheist argue that God doesn't exist because the tenets of Scientology are absurd. They will always pick Christianity. It's very interesting that they choose the God that they decide doesn't exist, which means really they're choosing the God they think exists. Well, here's the thing. Science has only proven maybe, I think, 4 things in the history of science. So that's why there's a theory of evolution, even though evolution is I think, certain. It certainly happened. I think evolution certainly happened. Now, I could say to you if I wanted to that it is a theory because they haven't proven it. But I believe it. When I hear Stephen Hawking say there is no God, I go, what kind of scientist is that? I mean, I heard him say that. I heard him say there is no God, it's a fairy tale. That's not a scientist to me. That's the preeminent physicist in the entire world is saying something out of obvious prejudice. I did not hear the whole quote. But I was kind of shocked that that science says, like, we've given up. I don't know when the scientists started saying things were unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Because that's not a scientific term as far as I know. I think they could. I don't think scientists could possibly use that term unknowable because it infers that they can see into the future. I don't have the powers of a scientist. I certainly couldn't prove the existence of the planet Mercury, if that's even a planet anymore. I can prove anything. I'm just taking their word for it. No, I'm all for science because I want them to make things that'll make me live longer and stuff, you know? But I would like eternal life. I would like some proof, one way or the other. If God doesn't exist, I don't care what you prove. Like, at least prove one of them. I don't know when scientists started saying things were unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Unknowable. That's a new one on me. Because that's not a scientific term as far as I know. Unknowable.
Yeah.
On TV, go, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you like yellow? And I go, yeah, of course I like yellow. He goes, yeah, well, so is this guy. And they show guys waving, pointing at someone that doesn't exist, wearing a yellow shirt, you know? And then I go, Ruth, get out here, goddamn. Here's a guy on the TV that's speaking for me finally, Ruth. You know, I'm all excited about how cool yellow is. Well, this mother finally, a person that's speaking not at me, but for me. I like bananas. I go, God damn, I never looked at them. I like bananas too. You go, they're yellow. Damn, you're right, they are yellow. Ha. What say you and me go buy a yellow banana?
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed the birds. You returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true.
I'm Not Norm, right, does a great service to the world, the I'm Not Norm channel. They have this really annoying habit of just shoving, like, inappropriate rap music in the middle of the videos and adverts for bad merch with that sad-looking lady. Anyway, shouts out to Norm Macdonald all day. Norm says what he said was. Love this dude. You gotta love Norm. This is Norm, says Charles Ray. Amazing. A Canadian I can be proud of, says Jonathan Randall. Indeed. I like bananas. They're yellow, says Nightbot. Exactly. Make some noise for Norm Macdonald. The Great. Brian Thomas says, another great track that made it onto my GENERALIST playlist today was The Government Should Fear the People. Energy in that track powered me through a couple extra sets. That is a gym song. I mean, what's the point of, like, going to the gym and getting strong if not to, you know, overthrow the government if necessary or when necessary? That's one of the primary functions of a hench chant fellow. Just protecting the weak ones from the government, you know. And you know, and carrying shopping for old ladies and young ladies too. Why not? Jonathan Randall says Hawking also went to Epstein Island multiple times. Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. Everyone knew that stuff about him. Remember, like, I think like every cartoon show would have jokes about Stephen Hawking being a deviant piece of shit. Futurama did it. Obviously South Park did it. Family Guy did it. The Simpsons probably did it. I know those three did it. Everyone knows that guy was a creepazoid. Physiognomy is real. You ignore it at your peril. Unknowable. Shaky says, shit, yes. Jordan B from SK says, I bought some bananas today and their vibrancy, yellow, stood out to me. I said to the clerk, man, these are beautiful yellow. I wasn't thinking of this song. Never heard it yet. Well, I don't think he actually mentions bananas. The bananas in this song, does he? The Norm Macdonald song about bananas is in gestation. The album's coming. Of course it is. Norm gave me his permission personally some years back before he checked out of this realm and went off to Banana Land. And, it's very important to me, this record. It's very dear to me. 3 songs have been released with Norm on them, and they're all wonderful, of course. You just heard 2 of them. Magical, you know. Norm's one of the greats. I always say, actually it's 4 songs with Norm on technically. I always say, if you haven't read his book, if any of you want a book to read, please read Norm's book. It's amazing. It's a wonderful book, but it's called Based on a True Story. One of the fun things in it is working out what's true and what isn't. And as he said in the book tour, you know, sometimes the greatest truths are to be found in fiction, you know. That's where the real truth is. Some truths can only be told in so-called fiction. Unknowable. 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 Carpe Diem, baby. Carpe that Diem. Diem, carpe that Diem. Como se está? Yeah, she can go up. Unknowable. Casey says, I just bought the Norm book and Abolition of Man, C.S. Lewis. Come on. A man of culture is our Casey. Speaking of culture.
To say what has never been said. To see what has never been seen. To draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act. What has never before been done, to push the envelope of creativity and language. And what's really important is, I call it the self-presence of direct experience, which is a fancy term which just simply means we have to stop consuming our culture. We have to stop consuming our culture. We have to create culture. Don't watch TV. Don't read magazines. Don't even listen to NPR. Create your own roadshow. The nexus of space and time, where you are now, is the most immediate sector of your universe. And if you're worrying about Michael Jackson or Bill Clinton or somebody else, then you are disempowered. You're giving it all away to icons which are maintained by an electronic media, so that you want to dress like X or have lips like Y. This is shit brain. Shit brain. That is all cultural diversion. And what is real is you and your friends and your association, your highs, your orgasms, your hopes, your plans, your fears. And we're told, no, we're unimportant. We're peripheral. get a degree, get a job, get a this, get a that, and then you're a player. You don't even want to play that game. You want to reclaim your mind and get it out of the hands of the cultural engineers who want to turn you into a half-baked moron, consuming all this trash that's being manufactured out of the bones of a dying world. Where is that at? Where is that at? Where is that? Catalysts to say what has never been said, to see what has never been seen, to draw and sing, sculpt, dance, and act what has never before been done, to say what has never been said, to see what has never been seen, to draw and sing, sculpt, dance, and act what has never before been done.
Prescient, timely at this moment, but the words were spoken a long time ago, 35 years ago, I think. We have a thing in our culture, and I've spoken about this often. What are the side effects of the industrialization, the industrial age? One of the side effects of the printing press was that stories went from being a thing that were communally shared, told together at campfires, at family gatherings, in the evening, when the stars are up in the sky. I will tell my bit of the story, you'll tell your bit, you'll tell your bit, you'll put your sauce into it, you'll add that bit. Nana's variation on Grendel, whatever it is. When the things got put in books, and then we would read these things on our own. And then people bought the books, you know, and they turned them into movies, and then next thing you know, Disney owns all the stories. And if you want to be a part of the telling of the story, you've got to go to Hollywood and get, like, skeeted on by some fat guy. Or an Oprah. You know what I mean? And then people get sad, you know, they want to be involved. They want to be a part of the telling of the story. They want to be a part of the creation of their own culture. The telling of the myth. The myth that contains the cultural information that they need. That's the point of the myth. It communicates to the individual the knowledge of the culture, the knowledge of the tribe. You know, so they get upset, so they make YouTube channels and they get angry about Disney. They rage against Disney. Disney! They do it every day, and lots of other people are pissed off with Disney too, so they watch the videos, and lots of people have been angry about Disney. And that becomes the culture, people being angry at Disney. And you know, that's a dead end. It's something that was required for a moment because people felt they were alone. They felt they were crazy. Like, am I the only one who notices that they've turned all the goodies into baddies, and they're trying to tell me that the baddies are goodies, and why is everything upside down? It's because the devil speaks in inversion, and the devil is real. And if you learn to understand the voice of the devil, you will know how to operate in this realm. It'll be easy because you hear the voice of the devil everywhere. He says, walk in front of that car. So you go, okay, I won't walk in front of the car because I recognize the voice of the devil. I will not walk in front of the car. Wow, look at me, I'm alive still. But here's the thing, there's only so long you can spend being pissed off with Disney before you realize that all Disney did was take some stories that already existed and put them in a new medium. The medium is the message, right? We know that from Marshall McLuhan. He was right about a lot of things. He was another prescient fellow. All right, so Disney came along and he took things and he put them into the new medium. He was very good at it too. He did it very well. We have a new medium. And we have another new medium being born, and that will require new things. So you could take a story, that you could take the framework of a story. Everyone knows the shape of a true story. You could put that in a new medium, and if you have some talent, you know, if you'd worked on yourself and made yourself good at doing something, you could do the good something as part of the telling of that story in this new medium. And you wouldn't have to be crying about Disney. You wouldn't have to be pissed off about, like, Ubisoft or whatever the fuck it is. You could create your own thing, and people would love it because people are crying out for it. That's why they spend so much time watching videos of people being pissed off at Disney, because they want the real thing. They want the real stories, and they want to be a part of the telling of the stories, and you could be a part of that. But as long as you're caught in the dead end of being pissed off with Disney, you'll never get to that place. And you keep making that beast, you're feeding that beast when you're going on about that stuff. And that's why, you know, I aim at not doing it all that much, because it's a trap. that which you resist persists, and attention, energy flows where attention goes, and all that stuff. And these devils, these things, they live on these energies. They don't care if you're happy or you're sad or whatever it is, so long as you're paying them your attention. Paying. So it's just to say that Terence was right. Create your own roadshow. Stop listening to these people. Stop hoping that Hollywood is gonna make a good whatever the fuck it is movie. Oh, maybe they'll make a good Spider Fellow. Who gives a shit? Make your own shit. I mean, the stuff you can do with Unreal Engine on a cheap PC laptop now, it's like what you could do with music. And when I started making music, suddenly you can make a whole album on a laptop, and that seemed insane. You used to have to go to studios and pay loads of money. You used to have to go to LA and get skeeted on by Oprah to be allowed to make a record. That's not the case anymore. It's now the same with movies, but movies aren't even where it's at because there's a new form being created, and you could be part of creating that new form. And that would be really exciting. I would love that, and I can't wait to see what you do. Anyway, reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Catalyst society. Nooks in the chat, let's go.
Catalyst, just say what has never been said, to see what has never been seen, draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act what has never before been done. Just say what has never been said, to see what has never been seen, draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act what has never before been done. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind.
Discover in life anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life. Anything better than a mind satisfied. They succeeded in enabling you to question that is satisfied to accept what's beyond his control. If you discover in life anything better than justice, don't let go. If you find anything better than that, embrace it without reservations, enjoy it to the full. But if nothing higher is revealed in the very divinity that's within you, the thing that's injected itself to all your appetites, examines all your thoughts, as Socrates used to say. Detach yourself from sense and submit it to the gods, and cares for all mankind. And if you find there's nothing of greater value than this, you went for nothing else, for anything that might lead you astray, might tempt you off the path and leave you unable to devote yourself completely to achieving the honor and goodness that is uniquely yours. It would be wrong for anything to stand in the way. The applause of the crowd, be your power, be your pleasure, all might seem to be compatible with it for a while, but suddenly they control us and sweep us away. If you discover in life anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life, anything better than a mind satisfied. They succeeded rationality and satisfied to accept what's beyond his control. If you discover in life anything better than justice, don't let go. So I say simply of your own free will, pick the better and stick to it. And what's best is for the better, for that's what benefits me as a rational being, as a rational being. But as an animal, just say so and stand your ground without making a show. Just make sure you make a choice that won't betray you. If you discover in life anything better than justice, self-control, truth and courage in this life, anything better than in mine, satisfied. Never succeeding in enabling you to act rationality and satisfied to accept what's beyond his control. If you discover in life anything better than justice, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go.
MEANINGWAVE.com, because happiness is a side effect of meaning.
Whoa! Good gosh. Good gosh. Better Than Justice, first single from Meditations Volume 2. Lyric video for that is out now. You can check that out at the Indiegogo. There it is. You can check it out over here. Link is in the description. Boom, boom, boom. You can check out this campaign. Look, here's the video. Yeah. Look, it's got lyrics. So nice. Hurrah! Shouts out to the lyrics on this video. Shouts out to everyone who's been enjoying this video. It's a great video. Right, it's a great song. It's great everything. It's great. Yeah, I love the first volume of Meditations tracks. Awesome as always, says someone. I can't read from this properly from far away. Love this, Akira The Don. Says, beautiful Nancy. I love Nancy. She's great. She runs Think Spot. If you don't make stuff, there is no stuff. Correct. Cannot wait to hear the rest. This is amazing. Your first Meditations album is one of my favorite things. Yay! I was excited for this album. Now I'm hyped. And love it. And so apropos for today. This is so good. Music is a masterpiece. Hey, thanks. And so are the visuals. Hey, thanks. Love what you're going for with this album. Yo, just you wait. Young, you know. I love this track. I can't wait for the album drop. Akira, let's go! I agree. Great job, Akira. Let's make choices that don't betray us. Good thinking. This single is a banger, says JC the Lionheart. I can read that. Yo, this is probably the best thing I've heard in ages. So hyped for the full album. Patrick Mickelson. Powerful words and beat. Yes, pointing out this track is wise, virtuous, meaningful. Can't wait for the full album drop. Thank you, Akira. Go! Oh, hell yes. Absolute banger. Can't wait. MEANINGWAVE exists. Love that wow guitar. Oh, we're starting off with the banger, I see. I have to add this to my pop punk playlist too. Didn't dawn on me till after the fact that this is pop punk. But it is, I suppose. Pure gold, both sonically and message-wise, glorious. It literally didn't. It was just the way that it was in my head and it was supposed to be. I didn't go, I'm going to write a punk pop song. Or a pop punk song. No. It's synchronous as when this was released. I was thinking about how to cultivate good in the direction of greatness so we might find the truest, greatest goods. That's the sort of thing people say in my comment space. Multiverse Media Space said that. We have good comments. Look at all this. Shouts out to everyone. It's finally out. Can't wait for the full album, Chad. Wow, finally, it's awesome. Yes. Volume 1 is such an amazing protocol for engaging with Book 1 and 2 of Meditations. In Letter 94, Seneca writes, our minds contain the seeds of everything honorable, and these are activated by admonitions. Just as a spark fanned by a slight breeze blossoms into flame, virtue is roused by a touch, a nudge. Besides, there are some things that are indeed present in the mind, but not accessible. These begin to be usable when they are put into words. Exactly that. These songs are, to me, invaluable nudges towards virtue. Cheers, Akira. What a lovely message. Instant banger, mate. Say thanks. The philosophical pieces from the Meaning Wave universe are among the best things I know. It is interesting how I approximately know the lyrics from different translations of meditations, but not how it will be blended with the music. It's like watching a movie adaptation of a book. What were we saying? Medium is the message. Medium is the message! Punk Aurelius, I hope you understand what you've done there, brother. This is unlike anything that exists and also better than anything that exists. Come on. Anyway, I could read those all day. And shouts out to everyone who is enjoying this already. But here's the thing, in the words of Back and Turner Overdrive, baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. You've heard but one track. This album is, a smorgasbord of glory and wonder by Jove, and I can't wait for you all to hear it. And you'll be hearing it soon, because time goes fast these days, baby. Anyway, we have a campaign that we're running with the album in order to embiggen the album, to bring it to people so that they may know it exists, so that it doesn't just go out there and be heard by a few people who are very smart and know that it's coming. We want it to be heard by the people that need it, by Jove, because people need it. People need this stuff in their lives, and as you know, Meaningstream saves lives. I get messages every day from people saying Meaningstream saves lives. So let's save more lives and get this to the people. We are raising funds to do that, to market the record, promote the record, to make amazing music videos for the record, for me to travel to the USA to promote the record on shows and podcasts, and dare to dream, do a meet-up and a live show. Wouldn't that be nice? Won't that be nice? Powerful language only round here. So check out the campaign and maybe consider backing the campaign and helping this thing, be what it can be. We have CDs and stickers, and you can even own the amazing mask you just saw me wearing, going, oh my goodness, that mask is amazing. I wish I had an amazing mask. I could hang it on my wall. I could put it on a plinth. I could wear it with all my homies as, we go outside and create righteousness in the world, inspiring all around us by our actions and our being, and us being bad motherfuckers. That's what's up. What up, do? Sheila says, need to share out better than justice. That's right. Share out better than justice. Share out the campaign. Back the campaign. Alec Moran says, how much is producer? Where is producer? Producer is $1,000, I believe, and then you get a producer credit on the album, on the music videos, and all associated stuff. Supporter is $250, you get a supporter credit. Producer credit is there, that's $1,000. And look, isn't it pretty? Pretty. Benefactor is $5,000, you can do that as well. If you don't want things sending, and if you don't want your name on a thing, some people don't want their names on things, you can also not have your name on the thing, but still support. Either way, the truth must be known.
Make mine meaning wave.
Make mine meaning wave. Exactly that. And now I'm going to play a song that somebody mentioned earlier, and is related. It's in the canon. It's in the Stoic Wave canon. Stoic Wave, I suppose, is a sub label. In the Meaning Wave record label world, Meaning Wave is the record label. Stoic Wave is a sub label, and contains great things like this. Nukes in the chat. Let's go. Big Bad Wolf says our dreams are coming true. What a time to be alive. Exactly. Yes to the live show, says John Grady. Yes. Yes.
Gather and save your time, which for lately has been forced from you, or filched away or merely slipped from your hand. Make yourself believe the truth of my words. There's certain moments are torn from us, some are gently removed, and others glide beyond our reach.
And the others glide
beyond
our reach.
The most disgraceful kind of loss is due to carelessness. Furthermore, if you will pay close heed to the problem, you will find the largest portion of our life passes while we are doing ill. A goodly share while we are doing nothing. And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. What man can you show me who places any value on his time? Who reckons the worth of each day, who understands that he is dying daily. For we're mistaken when we look forward to death, the major portion
passed already.
The years behind us are in death's hands, therefore do as you might be that you're doing. Hold every eye in your grasp, lay hold of today's task, and you will not need to depend so much upon tomorrow's. While we are postponing, life speeds by. Nothing insidious is ours except time. We were entrusted by nature with the ownership of a single thing, so fleeting and slippery. Anyone who will can oust us from possession. And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. Fools these mortals be, they had attitude of the most useless things, which can easily be replaced, to be charged in the reckoning. And after they've acquired them, never regard themselves in debt when they receive some of that precious commodity. Time, and yet time is the one love which even a grateful recipient cannot repay. You may desire to know how I preach to you so freely and practicing. I confess frankly my expense account balances as you would expect from one who is free-handed but careful. I cannot boast that I waste nothing, but I can at least tell you what I am wasting and the cause and manner of the loss. I can give you the reasons why I'm a poor man. And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The situation, however, is the same as that of many who are reduced to slender means through no fault of their own. Everyone forgives them, but no one comes to their rescue. What is the state of things then?
Is this?
I do not regard a man as poor if the little which remains is enough for him. I advise you, however, to keep what's really yours, and you cannot begin too early, for as our ancestors believed, it's too late to spare when you reach the dregs of the cask of that which remains at the bottom. The amount is slight and the quality is vile. Farewell. And the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. The whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose.
Purpose. Oh, well, we are doing that which is not to the purpose. Oh, well, we are doing that which is not to the purpose. We're gonna have to get a Seneca mask one of these days. This is so beautiful. Blessings. Magpie says BRB gonna start a mask company, and then later I saw her apologized because you didn't know that you could get the mask as part of the campaign. Shouts out to you. Courage, says JC the Lionheart. John Grady says Akira was in a terrible accident. He had to put on the mask. Little did he know that it would transform him into the Wave Lord! Big Guy Wolf says, have you heard of Akira the Don?
Do you know who Akira the Don is?
Of course, he's amazing.
Word around town. Word around town, I really need a haircut. As you can see, I'm in my grizzly phase. This is what happens if I go like three weeks. 2 weeks, you start to like turn. Now I'm in full like Stig of the Dump. It's good. It's banging. Brian says, absolute banger. Speaking of Better Than Justice, I'm pretty sure. Listen to it 10 times today. Sheila says, when we get in the happiness merch. We do have some happiness merch, I'm pretty sure. I used to have a t-shirt that I drew. It was an old picture I drew called Happiness. I think I should bring back because I loved that drawing. But I think we have Happiness. Happiness? No? Do we not? Do we not have merch that says happiness is a side effect of meaning? I guess we flipping don't. Shingare madre. How remiss. Yeah, we'll have to fix that glaring error. Absolute glaring error there, my bad. What's my thing? JC the Lionheart, did we hit 50% yet? I don't know, let me check. Let me check on the campaign. Where is the campaign? There is the campaign. Did we hit 50%? We were on 48%. 48%, be good to hit. No, we're still on 48%. We have not hit 50%. We have not hit 50%. Can we hit 50%? That would be nice. 50%, 50%, let's go. Someone go donate and then we can hit 50%. Alec Moranza, smash the like. Also that. How are we doing on likes out here? Likes is a strange currency, isn't it? What a strange currency. 85, not bad. We need 100. By Joe, 15 of you need to hit the like, and then we've got 100. 100 is a good round thing. Everything needs to be, you know, in order. Sheila says, no happy merch. Exactly. I know. I apologize. Magpie says, pardon the caps. After saying, let's go! You should never apologize for writing, let's go! In all caps. Like, you really shouldn't. Let's go! In all caps is one of the most righteous things you can do. Shecky says, it's punk. Yeah, you're probably right. I wasn't even necessarily thinking I don't know, I was just thinking in terms of greatness, you know? I don't think in terms of genre, I think in terms of greatness. Big Bad Wolf says, trying to see if I can afford producer. If not, still getting a mask. I think someone called Big Bad Wolf can do whatever they want. Sheila, I have been sharing Maz to the LinkedIns. Oh wow, the LinkedIns. The LinkedIns, as Joey Diaz calls them. I have gotten some huge love for them. No way. Thanks to Akira for reminding me to spread the love there. Sagittarius and I are hitting it every day. MEANINGWAVE missionaries, make some noise. Yeah. MEANINGWAVE missionaries, make some noise. Mount up. Who would like a stencil of the MEANINGWAVE logo to spray paint MEANINGWAVE all over the place? Let me know if you would like that. I think I could make that happen. If anyone would like a stencil to spray paint MEANINGWAVE, what you could do is just go and spray paint MEANINGWAVE on billboards. You could do that. Gary Smith, Jason Becker rules. Sheila, speak it into existence. MEANINGWAVE exists! Exactly. Exactly, yes it does. Brian says, can you go on coffee with Scott Adams when you travel to the USA? He doesn't have guests. I once saw him have a guest on a laptop. He had like a laptop and he was like, I think he was filming with another laptop, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious to me because, you know, he's like a multi-millionaire genius of a man. And he got the most like ridiculously like ghetto set of ghetto iPads. How else would you say it? It was a very simple setup. Like recording with a phone and recording his guest on an iPad, and he didn't have the audio routed or anything like that. It was very sweet. Shouts out to Scott. Mike Cann says, believe. Exactly, that's what Cher said. And she's like 78 and she got a 20-year-old boyfriend to help her into the car. Jerry Bremner says, oh, you little faith. James McGraw, long drive home from a job. This stream is hitting. MEANINGWAVE Radio. I realized that this is basically like a radio/TV show, and that's what you do, right? We were talking about this create your own road show. Well, it's like, well, if like the radio is not going to play MEANINGWAVE and going to pretend it doesn't exist for as long as it can, we'll just make our own radio. you know what I mean? And so on and so forth. That seems to be what we've done. That's pretty cool.
It's a beautiful day to be alive. We give thanks to the ancestors for the miracle they bequeathed us. We vow to not squander this hereto unimaginable opportunity. Meaning wave.
Thank you, radio guy. Hitherto is the pronunciation you were looking for there, but you did a good job. Shout out to radio guy. Radio guy. Sway says, I'm gonna fuck around and change into my mask to align with the gods. Exactly. That's what you do. That's what you do. Brother Grimm says LFG. JC the Lionhouse says prioritize 100 likes. Did that happen in the time I was reading the chat? You're a good chat. You give me a lot to read. You know, there's a lot. If I decide that what I'm going to do is read the chat, there's a lot for me to read always because you know you're smart and you say things that are smart and good, and wise. For the most part. Where's our like situation? 87. We're still 13 away from 100. What you're doing? Someone punch the like. Someone go open up a browser tab and open up the stream in another browser tab on a different browser. And someone else log in under a different alias. Do all that stuff. Trick these people. Trick them. I don't know if any of you have seen this, by the way. And if anyone else gets this, my wife keeps getting this thing, right? When at the end of the stream will end, and she's looking at the thing, and suddenly it'll jump up like 100 viewers. So if it'll say that there's like 80 people watching, it'll suddenly jump up and say there's like 150 people or something like that. Has anyone else seen this? It's very strange. A very strange conundrum. I can't wait to hear the rest. This is amazing. Your first meditation album is one of my favorite things, says somebody just now on a thing that flashed up on my screen. Shout out to you. Brian says he had on Naval in person one time, and it was because of you and your meaning wave. Was it? I didn't know that. I know he had Naval on one time. I didn't know it had anything to do with me. Is that true? How lovely. Beeble Rock says he's got a new mic now. Incremental improvements, you know? Bit by bit. Casey says, Meaning Wave, it really whoops the llama's ass. John Grady says, I will happily deface public property if you provide the stencil. I assume all responsibility. Good. You would need to. I wouldn't want, you know, you like getting nicked by the bobbies and going, it's Akira's fault. He told me to do it. He told me to deface public property. And I didn't. I said, stencil a billboard. That's your own. Oh man, that would be a good stretch goal, wouldn't it? Billboard. Big ass billboard. What would be cool as a stretch goal would be to arrange a Meaning Wave meetup somewhere and then have a billboard in that place, and then we could all take a picture by the billboard. And I'll have a picture of John spray painting the Meaning Wave logo on it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Mason says, can we get a good news Don time slot? That's actually a very good idea, Mason. Jason, can you add that to the ideas list? A good news slot. Since this is morphing into a radio show of sorts. A good news, that would be good, wouldn't it? Today in good news, Kathy in Lancaster adopted a squirrel. And Squirrel's very happy now. Prolific Endangered says, I see 94 likes. Come on, let's do it, gang. Make your ancestors proud. 93 to infinity, 94 to infinity. Brian says, Brian Thomas that is there another artist with your size of music work in the same amount of time? I doubt it. I have no idea. But you know, I mean, quality, quantity and all that. I'm sure there's a lot of rubbish people out there who've made a lot of rubbish in a short amount of time. Has anybody made a lot of greatness in that amount of time? That's the question. You know, what's his name? Never Broke Again, young boy bloke. He's made a lot of records, but only about 5% of them are listenable. You know, he's made an awful lot of songs in a short space of time. You know, people, if you're like rapping over instrumentals that you've ripped from YouTube, you could make 50 songs a day. Is it worthwhile? I don't know. Big Bad Wolf says, yeah, I wanted to get a billboard. I looked it up. It was $7,500. Where was that? Too much for me. I'm sorry. No billboard for you. Maybe one day when I get some more money, I'll be able to afford it. Yeah, it's coming. There's no maybes, all right? It's not maybe one day. It's on the day I will. I'm moving towards that day. That day is very close. The day is here. I close my eyes. I can picture it all. The day is upon us. John Grady says, sign me up. Wealth. Go back and listen to that stream. What was it called? We did that series of streams that broke it all down. That was a good series of streams. Go back and listen to those as you go to sleep. And whisper to yourself, wealth. 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 Visualize yourself with your wealth and all the things you would do with it. You've got your billboard. You know what I mean? You've got your mum a solid gold house. You know, you've got your big bad wolf pendant, you know, made out of a small planet, a piece of a compressed star. You know, and you're doing your thing. It's dope. You're helping an old lady with her shopping across the road with your big ass chain. Just visualize what you would be doing with your big ass stuff. Well, I have to go back and remind myself what the heck I did. We've done so much, you know. We've only been back streaming a couple months. We've done so much. It's been so delightful. Anthem, 70s, Get After It, Party, all these things. I could be doing this on the screen so you can see. Oh yeah, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. That was it. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Do you remember those? They were good. If you're here now and you missed those are some good ass streams. You should go check them out. All right, navigate on over to the Akira The Don and MEANINGWAVE Chanel, yeah, and go to the live bit where it says live, and then you can go back to all of our wonderful broadcasts. There have been a great many broadcasts, incremental improvements. Look how our thumbnails used to look in the long ago of 1 month ago. Streamed 1 month ago. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, parts 1, 3, 2. And 4 in that order. It was the wrong order. There was an error on my part, but well worth listening to. Rare wealth related information for the homies. All my homies is getting rich. All my homies is getting ripped. All my homies is getting abundance in every area that they require, wish for, deserve, and have earned. All my homies is happy and fulfilled. All my homies is helping old ladies across the street with their shopping and smiling at people as they pass them and bringing joy into the lives of those that they encounter, because that's what my homies do, because they're cool. Seize the day! You know? Seize that very day. Seize it by the nuts and don't let go. Don't let go! You know? I think I've got one more song for you. I just realised we've gone over time. We've just gone over time because we was chatting. We was just chilling like some little funsies. I'm going to dedicate this to you. You!
If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Music, please.
Hooray! 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 Yeah. Shaky says, just yesterday I helped our lady at the store. That is so rad. Come on.
Nice! Yeah.
I told you.
Every lecture I've ever given has included my tribute to my Uncle Alex, my brother, kid brother, who was a graduate of Harvard and a wise man, a distant insurance salesman in Indianapolis. He was childless. But what Uncle Alex found objectionable about so many human beings is that they so seldom noticed it when they were happy. And so we would be sitting under an apple tree, for instance, on a July afternoon, drinking lemonade and, talking about this and that, and practically buzzing on honeybees. And Uncle Alex would stop everything and say, wait a minute, stop. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. And so he would do that again and again, and it was very good advice, and I've taken it up. And I hope that you will take up this habit too, of noticing when things are really awfully nice, and say, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. And say, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is.
Ha!
This isn't nice, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. If this isn't nice,
yeah,
I don't know what is.
Yeah,
I don't know what is.
Yeah,
I don't know what is. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is.
yeah. I actually wrote this song on stream. I was in somewhere. Costa Rica, that was it. I was in Costa Rica. I wrote this song on stream. I've only ever done that a couple times. Someone was like, you know the way the chorus goes, I don't know what is, da 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 da, I don't know what is, I don't know what is, I don't know what is, and it like pulls it back, which breaks it up and makes it more anthemic. Someone in the chat was like, oh no, don't do that, that sounds weird. At that point you're like, yeah, I probably, shouldn't really be writing songs on stream, because then you just have backseat drivers telling you how you should be phrasing things. Like obviously I know how to phrase the thing to make it great. That's my job. Like, that's what I do. God bless that person. I mean, it's good once in a while to be proven wrong, I suppose. If this isn't nice. What's crazy, it was raining when I made this song. It was chucking it down with rain. I'm in this little Airbnb. At that point I was trapped in Costa Rica. I didn't know when I was going to be able to get back to Mexico. I was dealing with visa stuff. I was on my own. My family's back in Mexico. We lost our home in the USA. We're trying to have one in Mexico. It was really crazy. And for whatever reason, I was like, I should do a live stream and connect with my people who I love dearly. I'll make a song on stream because I need to make a song. And I want to make this song. This has been one of the songs I've been wanting to make this song for a long time, So I made this song on stream, and now it exists, and it's lovely. This is for everybody here. And it's Kurt Vonnegut. Someone was like, Charles Bukowski? Kurt Vonnegut. So we're going to dedicate this to you. And we're going to dedicate it to Big Bad Wolf's mum. Feliz cumpleaños. Congratulations on your big bad son. You must be very proud, You must be very proud. And, what's chat saying? If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Exactly. This is very nice. That's right, Dewey Evans. Sheila says, it was a lovely stream, this. Nice. Yes, indeed. A lovely stream it was. Thank you to everyone for making this a lovely stream. A lovely stream. Tomorrow's rather exciting. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure tomorrow is actually the anniversary of the release of Meditations Volume 1. I think. Let me check on that. Where's my calendar? I have an event calendar. It tells me the day, auspicious days and events, Birthdays, Christmases, all that sort of thing. Sway says, all I want to know is whose kid bro he's referring to. His mother's. His brother. His Uncle Alex. His Uncle Alex. He says at the beginning who it is. Do I need to rewind to the beginning of the song?
If this isn't nice, I don't know what is.
All right, we'll find out while I find out the dates.
Nice.
Yeah. My tribute to my Uncle Alex, which I've ever given, has included my tribute to my Uncle Alex, which I've ever given, has included my tribute to my Uncle Alex, my brother Kid's brother, who was a graduate of Harvard, and a wise man, a graduate of Harvard. My tribute to my Uncle Alex, my brother's kid brother.
My brother's kid brother. My Uncle Alex, my brother's kid brother. Yeah, that is confusing. Now I'm confused.
Indianapolis. He was child.
All right, we'll have to do an investigation.
What Uncle Alex found.
I first read this story in a book. It was a short book, and it's the opening story in that short book. And I think he says in that clearly
and so we would
who that was. Anyway, tomorrow is the 6th, which is indeed the anniversary of the release of Meditations Volume 1, which came out on March the 6th, 2020. Can you believe it?
Wait a minute. Stop.
And I've been working on the sequel since not long after that.
I know what is. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is.
I'm looking at
and so he would do that again and again.
Yeah, he would.
Very good advice, and I've taken it up. And I hope that you...
All right, Kurt Vonnegut's Uncle Alex is a significant figure in his life and works. He often mentioned his Uncle Alex in interviews and writings, particularly in his book Timequake. Uncle Alex, whose full name was Alexander Vonnegut, was an atmospheric scientist. He conducted research on weather and meteorology, which likely influenced Kurt Vonnegut's interest in science and the natural world. In Timequake, Vonnegut reflects on his family and upbringing, including anecdotes about Uncle Alex. Vonnegut's family background, including his uncle's scientific pursuits, played a role in shaping his worldview and the themes he explored in his writing. While Uncle Alex might not be as well known as some other figures in Vonnegut's life, his evidence is evident in Vonnegut's literary works and his perspective on science and humanity. Yes, but whose kid brother was he? How do you ask the action? On what side, mother or father, was Uncle Alex? I'm asking a robot. Uncle Alex, whose name was Alexander Vonnegut, was Kurt Vonnegut's uncle on his mother's side. Alexander Vonnegut was the brother of Kurt Vonnegut Sr., who was Kurt Vonnegut Jr.'s father. So Uncle Alex was related to Kurt Vonnegut through his mother's family. There you go! On the mother's side, he was the brother of Kurt Vonnegut Sr., who was Kurt Vonnegut Jr.'s father. Wait. Hang on. What the fuck? I'm so confused by all of this. I'm still confused. Maybe it's just because we've been doing the show for a long time. He was Kurt Vonnegut's uncle on his mother's side. He was the brother of Kurt Vonnegut Sr., who was Kurt Vonnegut Jr.'s father. So Uncle Alex was related to Kurt Vonnegut through his mother's family. Yeah, I'm still confused. I will always be confused. I don't know about you. I'm now more confused than I was when I was beginning.
If this isn't nice, I don't know what is.
All right, thank you, brothers and sisters. It's been lovely hanging out with you all. Yeah, shouts out to the supporters of this stream, like Laura Pip and Rubik's Bot ES and James McGraw. You bad motherfuckers. Sway says, oh man, we fact-checked that using AI. I know it's dubious, isn't it? It is dubious. It's a dubious way of doing it. Soju says his paternal grandmother's kid brother. No, but it was his maternal. I don't know. Jeremy Brimmer says, joy to the world. All that matters, look, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that his Uncle Alex was childless and was like one of those uncles, like the childless uncle who's really good at being an uncle, and he gave him that little dope little way of looking at the world that he carried with him and has then spread to all of us. You know, that's what's important. We should focus on what's important, otherwise we'll just break our brains forever. Hey, thanks to everyone for hanging out. It's been lovely. Make sure you go and back the campaign. Did we break 50% today? Let's quickly check. We put on We went from 22 to 32 to 33 backers. Did we dare to dream? Have we hit 50%? Have we? No! We have not! But we shall! Very soon. Dreams come true. We will have live shows. We will have billboards. We will have masks. We will have CDs. We will traverse the oceans and spread Meaning Wave to those that require it. We will bring Meaning Wave to the world. Meditations to the world. So, kick that like in the dick on the way out. Leave a comment. Head on over to the Indiegogo campaign and back it, or just read it, or watch the videos, or send it to your mum, or whatever it is. And, remain wonderful, you cuties. And we'll see you tomorrow. It's the anniversary of Meditations Volume 1. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Who'd have thunk it? I did not plan that to happen at this point, but it's happening. Life is a wonderful thing. And you are a wonderful thing. Sweet dreams, wave riding individual. We love you.
MEANINGWAVE.com. Because happiness is a side effect of meaning.